Hey, everybody, welcome to the Right Amount of Rant podcast. My name is Adam, also known as Rival. My good co-host over there on the side is known as Julian. Say hi, Julian.
Hi.
Yes, all right. So we've got a number of awesome topics for you guys this week, and we're going to start it off strong. First and foremost, I don't know if anybody's been keeping up with this. Spider-Man, the one who was once told, hey, you're not going to be in the MCU anymore because apparently Sony and Disney couldn't stop trying to screw each other over for money. Like I said a while back, yeah, no, Spider-Man's in the MCU again. There's no question about it whatsoever. Yeah, I know. We're starting off real soon. There was a stupid dispute a while back. Supposedly it was in the tabloids and the news and whatnot for about 2 weeks, in which they were saying, oh, Spider-Man's no longer in the MCU because, you know, Sony and Disney couldn't reach an agreement on exactly where, you know, what the payment methods and whatnot for sharing rights to the character was. But the issue is that I was like, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. Are you telling me somehow, somewhere that this is going to... No. We all know that Spider-Man was going to come back. Sony was not going to pass up an opportunity to make money without a lot of effort. You know what I mean? It's like, oh no, how dare the Spider-Man be made popular and Into the Spider-Verse and stuff cannot still be made, just whatever. So
yeah, no, it won't sell well at all. Nah.
No, Spider-Man is just one of the most popular superheroes of all time. And quite frankly, Tom Holland is one of the best actors to play a superhero in quite a while. You know, right there next to Chris Hemsworth. Oh, God, I love his portrayal as Fat Thor. Oh, that's funny. Yes, Fat Thor, one of the best superheroes to ever come out. Yeah, so I don't know why they tried to push this off. Like, and first of all, I don't know who fell for this shenanigan stuff. I almost cussed again. I don't know who fell for that shenanigan stuff, but it was just like it was as obvious as day to me that these people are trying to get you worked up over the whole, because the next time a Spider-Man movie comes out, they're going to be talking about the fact that this movie almost didn't happen. Yes, it did. It was always going to happen. This is behind the scenes, like manipulating stuff. This is always going to happen. Spider-Man's going to be there. I guarantee it. It's just all manipulation of our collective feelings. We all love Spider-Man.
We all love Spider-Man.
We all love Spider-Man. Also, I don't know. Is it cool if I drop a spoiler? I almost feel like spoilers are good. I almost feel like spoilers are good at this point because Spider-Man Far From Home has been out for quite a while now.
Sorry, I haven't seen it yet, but go for it.
Julian.
I know, right?
It's a fantastic movie. And I'm not just kissing its butt because I really like Spider-Man. It was actually very well done. The characters are very fleshed out. And there's a really, well, it's not a really good. It's sort of, it happens in the comics all the times. There's a very good twist at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home that really sets up for the next level of movies. And if they were like, oh no, we're just going to stop here. I was like, I will punch you in the dick. Do not stop here. Do you understand? It's like stopping
cliffhangers. Oh my God.
No, not a cliffhanger on that one. Not a cliffhanger on Spidey. All right. So no, I knew from the word go that they weren't going to stop that. It didn't make sense. No, but for someone who literally, we were discussing the topics and whatnot before we actually started, and Julian was like, "Oh, I didn't know Spider-Man wasn't going to be in the MCU anymore." I was like, "Oh God, Julian, what do you guys just talk about soccer down there and nothing else?" Or excuse me, football.
Yeah, you got it wrong. You got it wrong, boys. Football.
No, it's no. I'm from America. We call it whatever the hell we want. That's why we play a game that's basically using your hands, and we call it football.
Yeah.
Hey, what am I going to do? I'm going to throw this with my hands. I'm going to hand this off with my hands. I'm going to have you carry this with your hands. I'm going to have you catch this with your hands. Occasionally, we're going to kick it with our foot. We're going to call that football.
That's football.
That's what we call American football. God. Because screw you and your word rules. We're going to do it the way we choose to do it. Yeah, no, the word soccer. Why couldn't we just like reverse those? But it's too far gone. It's too far gone. There's no undoing it.
Besides, what is soccer? What is a soccer? It sounds wrong in my head. I don't know why.
Soccer is just a word that we use to replace the rest of the world's stupid term for football. That's what it was. Because at one point we were like, hold on, wait. Other countries have a game called football? But we already have a game called football. We can't
Screw that. We're going to call it soccer.
Your name is
because
soccer.
Because it's a game all about socks.
Yes. Sorry, I'm sure there's some sort of term or somebody who's like, hey, that sounds cool. I don't know.
I need to look it up.
Let's not. I don't care. Go ahead.
Someday.
All right. So moving on from the Spider-Man and soccer, some surprising topic that popped up. We have a bit of a story that came out not too long ago about a poor fella who was at a football match of all things. Good transition there, Julian. This Miami Dolphins fan was charged $724 for 2 beers. 2 beers. Police say, I guarantee it happened because it's been reported all over the damn news now. So here's the general rundown. This one comes to us from Fox News Miami. Let's see. A vendor at the Miami Dolphins Stadium was arrested this past Sunday after charging an unsuspecting fan $724 for 2 beers. Nathan Collier, 33, who had been selling beer at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, completed the fan's purchase with a personal card reader and not the device vendors at the stadium are supposed to use. So to recap that real quick, kind of an important detail, he used his own card reader, like the Square or whatever you can plug into your cell phone, and you can use that to charge people stuff if you're like a business owner. No, instead he used that instead of the actual like device that they give them to use. So that in and of itself should have given this guy like, oh, hey, no, that's not. Apparently this guy wasn't paying attention. A short time later.
How do you not pay attention when they charge you $724?
You're getting beers. I don't know. I don't go to sporting events and buy beers. I'm not much of a drinker in the first place. Maybe he had a couple of extra beers before that.
$700.
Yes. And
that is the cost of 2 Switches and a video game.
First of all, the beers are supposed to cost $19. Still expensive as hell. But
yeah, that's my point.
Nowhere near $724.
Jesus Christ almighty.
Yes. So to recap, a short time later, the fan received an alert from his bank notifying him of the costly charge on his card. It also, of course, and here's the problem with the thing like the Square, the personal card readers, is that it displays your name when you use it. So like if you swipe someone's card, that someone looks back at their charges, your name is there or your business name is there. This idiot, the guy who tried to swipe this man's money, had his own name displayed in the charges. So that's how they caught him. They literally had his name. They just had to walk up and go, hey, are you so-and-so? Are you Nathan Collier? Yeah, I am. Well, you're under arrest because you're a giant piece of crap. So,
oh my God. Yeah,
it was just so dumb.
This plan was not thought thoroughly.
No, it probably wasn't. It was probably a spur of the moment. Noticed this guy wasn't paying attention. Thought he could get away with it kind of thing. He was taken into custody without incident. He was not working for the Hard Rock Stadium's concierge. Ooh, yes, nice terms. He was his employer was a Kentucky company. Thank you, Kentucky. That employs walking vendors at major sport events and concerts. Oh, Lordy.
Welcome to Kentucky, everybody.
No, don't welcome to Kentucky. First of all, it was in Miami, Florida, which involves Florida Man and Kentucky companies.
Oh,
that just bothers me. So, yeah, no, the whole thing, basically, he got arrested, but this guy still tried to swipe $724 off an unsuspecting beer purchaser because reasons. Although I get it, it's $724. Also, why $724? Seems an odd number.
I mean, divided by 2, how much is that? 300. No, 362. I think it is for one beer. Jesus
I think you're
Christ
just
almighty
missing the
again.
general point of. I think he just sort of spammed numbers into his thing to get it done. I don't think he was really
Just
paying.
ran-
He probably started with one of the lower numbers, like the 7, 8s, or 9s, and he just hit a button. He was like, done. Here you go. Here's your 2 beers.
It's
Nice.
just-
Nice.
it's
And he
just grab
walked
his
away. He was
phone,
going,
just
I'm going to jail for this.
randomly tapped the numbers. It's $724, mom.
First of all, I don't think he repeated back the price to the customer.
Oh my god. Well,
Otherwise, this guy is
bad.
incredibly intoxicated and he's walking away. God, that's a lot of money for a couple of beers. These better be really good. No, I don't think he repeated back the price that he
Hang
charged
on,
them.
are you telling me he was not aware of how much he was being charged?
No, Julian, that's the entire point of the article, man. The guy
Well-
walked away. He thought he was paying $19. He walked away and got an alert from his
Ooh.
bank saying, hey, did you mean to make this $724 purchase at a stadium? That's the whole point of it.
God.
The
Okay.
whole point was the man was unaware.
Okay. I missed
He
that
didn't just
part.
go, oh, hey, yeah. No, yeah, I'll pay $724 for these beers.
Might be. I'll
Now
ask the
that
memo.
I've made this purchase, I would like to go see the police now, please. Like, no. No, he was totally unaware of it. Okay, so
Jesus.
let's see. All right, and here's a little thing, and because of course another great transition. Since we're talking about Miami, since we're talking about Florida, we're gonna go ahead and talk about our new weekly segment called the Florida Man Weekly. Now,
Florida man.
Florida Man, and I keep telling Julian, please God, don't call him a superhero, but he is
I'm
the.
not gonna call it a superhero. Hey, you started.
First of all,
now
I
you
don't
started.
remember ever calling him a superhero. These are all horrible people.
I mean, right now. You started it right now. I
he
didn't
might
say
be
anything.
the
I was
world's
not gonna
worst
say-
superhero, if we can call him anything. So, Florida Man, if you do not know what Florida Man is, Florida Man.
I don't.
Julian did not. Florida Man is
Okay,
a
I did.
running meme that has been going on for many years because essentially, when you pull up a news article, it says like the state and the person, right? It says
Right.
Iowa woman or Kentucky man. Well, it turns out when they write about people from Florida, they are writing the craziest stuff you've ever heard of in your life. And you just go, Florida man found under bridge eating friend's face. By the way, that was one I read a long time ago. I don't have the details on that one. But yeah, no. So Florida Man is sort of a one of those precious internet memes, those memes. They
memes that I was not
They
aware
are-
of. Damn.
yeah, so there's some crazy ones out there. Let's go ahead and see. We're starting off with this. We're going to start off with this one. It is we're actually going to start with a Florida woman didn't get enough tomatoes, so she chased her grandpa with a knife. There's a picture of what looks like a young teenager, like I'm talking 13, 14, smiling like crazy during her, like she looks really pretty, like she's taking a prom photo during her arrest photos.
Oh my God.
Katie Jane Gates just wanted more tomatoes when she allegedly hurled a water bottle during dinner time at her grandparents' house. When she didn't hit anyone, deputies in Nassau County said the 19-year-old, well, she looks really young,
Wait, Nassau?
moved on to a pack of cigarettes. This time she nailed the 79-year-old grandmother in the eye. Good aim. Good aim on that one. Her grandfather had seen enough. Deputy said he moved in to regain control of the house and discipline his grandchild. Gates, the young woman, however, wasn't having it. Authorities said she picked up a knife and started chasing her grandpa. He ran to the door, went outside, and kept running to safety. As she chased him, Gates allegedly shouted, "Mother expletive, I'll stab
my
you in your
God.
expletive face."
Oh.
So she was going to stab her grandpa in the face because she
That
didn't
is-
get any extra tomatoes. Of course, Grandpa called the sheriff's office and they took Gates to jail. She faces charges of assault with a deadly weapon and aggravated battery on a person over 65. So she got mad. She threw a water bottle. She threw some cigarettes and she tried to stab her grandpa in the face. Like,
this has to be fake.
nope.
Is
Nope.
it?
This is being reported by WTVM, the news leader, apparently. No, this is official. This is, Florida woman didn't get enough tomatoes. We also
I know
there's a lot of Florida women out there too. Let's not discriminate. There's Florida man, there's Florida woman. They're both equally nuts.
We may need to change the title.
Quick. Milton woman. Milton, Florida, I'm assuming, because it's listed under Florida woman. Accused of biting camel. Let's start again. Milton woman accused of biting camel genitalia to get it to stand up. I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. Somebody bit a camel on the no-no bits because I'm just gonna read the article. Okay.
It hurts just.
Oh, actually, yeah. So, a woman allegedly bit a camel's genitalia after it sat on her when she and her husband entered an enclosure to retrieve their deaf dog. First of all, this story just got like 1,000 times weirder than I was prepared for. Authorities say it happened at a truck stop petting zoo about 16 miles west of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. All right. Florida woman bit. Yeah. So it is a Florida woman. It just so happened to take place in Louisiana. Yeah. So
misleading. Not really.
Okay, so just a little snippet. It says a Florida woman bit the camel's testicle last week when the 600-pound animal sat on her. The animal was given antibiotics.
Oh my goodness.
That's hilarious to me. So the sheriff's office told the Advocate, the place where I'm getting this news article, the Florida woman had been throwing treats to their dog under the camel's fence. The dog went into the enclosure, and the name of the woman, Gloria Lancaster of Milton, Florida, crawled under barbed wire to retrieve the pet. First of all, why were you throwing dog biscuits in the camel pen? This seems like you're just trying to get your... Anyway, this seems dumb. She doesn't deserve the dog.
Oh my God.
That's when the 600-pound camel sat on her. There's a lot of ways you can scream, you can punch it. I would have punched it before I thought to bite its testicles. Like, biting the testicles way down the list for me.
I wonder how the camel took it. Oh my God.
Well, apparently the camel didn't take it. The camel stood up and left. You know what? I got to agree with the camel. You bite my balls, I'm leaving. I'm not going to sit here and let you continue to bite my testicles. So,
oh Lord.
The sheriff's office report said the couple was feeding their deaf dog treats, and oh my God. The investigators found bone-shaped treats inside the 6-foot tall enclosure that's surrounded by warning signs to keep visitors out.
Better safe than sorry. Oh, goodness
she said she suffered injuries to her abdomen, neck, shoulder, arm, and head. She was taken to a hospital in Baton Rouge.
Okay.
So she was crushed by a 600-pound animal. And maybe I don't know what her husband was doing. It says her husband was there with her.
It was filming it.
Very likely. We'll find that up on the internet here in a little bit. So, no, I mean, it's some, Florida man and Florida woman. I love you so much.
Maybe now I understand why she bit the camel's testicles.
What are you saying, like out of pain and frustration real quick?
I mean, did she have her arms free to be able to punch it?
I don't have any pictures or video at this time.
I mean, given the information you gave us, what parts of her body started? What parts?
Her entire upper body sounds like it was being crushed.
Yeah, like was she able to
so
move her arms around?
Her last ditch effort was to bite a testicle. The last resort.
Bite the no-nos. Oh my
goodness. To bite. I can't even say the word balls in this to just stop giggling. Oh, I am truly 12.
The bite of the balls.
Oh my God. All right, so we're going to get away from camels and Florida people. We're going to move on to, so this is an interesting news article that the news article upsets me for various reasons. And the thing about this is that it upsets me not because of the article itself, but because I cannot find enough information, and maybe it's too early. My brain may not be working, but I can't figure out how much this damn thing weighs. So,
what is it?
Thank you, Julian. Thank you for asking. All right, so coming from NPR, we have a news article called from Strange News section that says British authorities scramble to find stolen solid gold toilet. I have so many questions.
Sorry, can you repeat that, please?
British authorities scramble to find stolen solid gold toilet. This toilet, which by the way I have a picture of right in front of me, shiny as hell, is solid gold. It's a fully functioning toilet made of solid gold. I believe they said at one point, I think they actually said it was 18 karat gold. The whole thing was 18 karat gold.
Oh my! I have several questions already, but
supposedly it was worth approximately $1.25 million, and it was supposed to be like an art piece. But let me just read the article. British police. By the way, for those listening, this solid gold toilet was not made in America. It's not made in America. Nobody in America had anything to do with this piece of excess. It was actually the British. It was actually the British. Well, it's an Italian maker made in Britain. So British police have arrested a 66-year-old man in connection with a theft of a solid gold toilet from a palace west of London. The toilet, titled America. The gold toilet's name was America. There's a lot of social commentary in there like, look, the land itself is golden, but everybody pees and poops on it. That could be sort of the social commentary, or somebody just really likes, I'm going to call the toilet America for various reasons. The toilet titled America is a work of art, quote unquote, by the 58-year-old Italian artist Mauricio Cattelan. I'm trying not to butcher that name. It has been
Mauricio Cattelan.
Thank you.
I don't think that's the way you pronounce the last name, but
probably not. Well, it sounds like you're going to go Olé. So,
Olé!
It has been installed. It had been installed for an exhibition at England's Belham Palace earlier this week. The palace confirmed the theft in a statement posted on Twitter. Since when do we announce golden toilets being stolen on Twitter? Hold on. I'm going to click that. I'm going to see exactly what the Twitter post was. Oh, okay. It starts off with important notice in all giant letters. It just says important notice in giant letters. Due to an unforeseen incident at the palace, we are closed until lunchtime. Closed until lunchtime, if I can get my voice to not crack. The park will remain open. Apologies for any inconvenience.
Wow.
And of course, someone reported, are the toilets still open? Oh my God. So yeah, they're like, sorry for the inconvenience. We're closed until lunchtime. The park will remain open, but the loo's closed. We don't have anywhere to go. Someone stole. First of all, you know what? Time for a little math.
Oh my God. Math time.
Gold price per gram. Gold price per gram.
Oh boy. How much is it?
It is gold price per gram is $48.44. Okay. Now, real quick, and I know we shouldn't do this live and all that crap, but whatever. All right, so we're gonna go $1.25 million. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Divided by 48.44. Okay. That's 25,805 grams. That's how much that sucker weighs.
How much again?
25,805 grams. That is not that much, actually. That's surprising because gold is really heavy.
I mean, if you use a very thin layer, you can make the gold weigh so little. But then again, wait. Oh no, never mind. Then again, it's made out of gold. I have so many questions, and I don't even know where to begin.
You know,
and we haven't finished reading the post yet.
You know, I don't
article.
know either, but I literally went on here to Google gold price per gram. And you know what popped up from Etsy?
What?
Are you familiar with Etsy? The website that like has a bunch of creative stuff. I've got like a bunch of like gold pieces, like gold chains, gold nuggets, like a bunch of stupid looking stuff. There's one over here. There's a commemorative coin, not golden. Don't know why they brought this up. It looks silver. It's a sexy girl hobo nickel coin.
No.
You get to look at the picture. I'm sending you the picture.
Please do.
That is the picture. It's a picture of a naked woman bent over.
Goodness.
And you can see her bits. And I do not know why this popped up when I Googled gold price per gram.
I need to run to the other side of the room and ask this. What?
Good call. We couldn't hear you very well. Oh, there's another one too. There's more sexy. Oh, apparently that's commemorative number. What is that? Number 28. That's sexy girl hobo nickel coin commemorative number 28, and it only costs about $10. Well, good. Well, la-di-da. I want me some naked girl coins. What is wrong with this country? Oh my Lord. Back to the golden toilet and getting away from the naked girl coins.
On that coin.
For the record, I Googled gold price per gram.
Gold price per gram. I need to see.
That's all I Googled. And then that came up. So we are saddened by this extraordinary event, but also relieved no one was hurt. The statement said, no one was hurt. Oh, we cannot imagine someone being harmed while they stole our 18 karat gold toilet. I hope you strained your back. I hope you hurt yourself lifting it. That's what I'm hoping from you. That's horrible. That's horrible that you stole it. It's not horrible that I said those things. We are grateful to our staff and to the Thames Valley Police for their rapid and brave reactions. What was brave about it? Someone stole a toilet, and apparently it was a 66-year-old man, they're claiming. It was a 66-year-old man. Do you assume that people that steal toilets are going to be armed and dangerous? No, they're probably carrying the toilet. I don't assume armed and dangerous. It was probably a crime of opportunity. Also, wouldn't you have to like unbolt it and stuff? How long were they left alone in there? So many questions.
I mean,
like, why do you make naked girl coins? What is this?
I would say it's the internet, but no, this is not just the internet. It's real life. This happened.
This did happen.
This is a thing. And I'm just baffled by by the fact that the golden toilet exists in the first place.
All right.
Art, sure, whatever.
So I found a little bit more information. I found another article that gave me just a little bit more information. So, so the police believe a group of thieves used at least 2 vehicles to accomplish the task. They broke in overnight and left the scene around 4:50 a.m. local time. So the toilet, worth by some estimates up to $1.25 million, was connected to the plumbing of the building. As a result, its removal caused extensive damage.
Oh.
Yeah. So
you don't mess up with the golden toilet.
Well, apparently they didn't turn off the water and they just undid it and let the thing flood. That's basically what they're getting at.
Wait, is it functional?
Yes. It was connected to the plumbing of the building. You could use it. It was fully functional.
Art. So it's supposed to be
appreciated
by your eyes, not by your ass.
Well, first of all, it's functional art. You could pee and poo-poo in that.
That's not how art works, but okay, I'll take it, whatever.
Well, you know what, art? You know what? Who are you to criticize art?
I'm a guy who likes naked girls on coins.
Do you now? Wow, we're learning a little bit too much about you today, Julian. Do you need me to order that for you for your birthday? Is that what you'd like?
Yes, please. Yes.
I really hope you're kidding because I'm not buying that for you. I'm not buying that for you.
I already have a crushed penny from my trip to the US.
I don't know what that has to do with the naked girl coin. Other than they're both coins.
I already have a lucky charm on my wallet. A
I wouldn't
naked
call it
coin.
crush coin.
A naked girl coin in my wallet wouldn't be a lucky charm. Will be
No, because if you die in a car wreck, people are going to go through your wallet and go, "This guy was a pervert."
the man who died in a car accident has a
Naked girl coin.
oh my god! How much is worth again?
Oh, it's not worth anything. They're charging $10. It's worth absolutely nothing.
Sweet.
If you try to pay for something with that, you're gonna get a giggle out of the. If you try to pay for something with that, you're gonna get a giggle out of the shopkeep, and then told to give them real money. Although oddly enough, both your currency and that coin are equally accepted from Steam.
Oh, that's actually true,
Yes, it
and
is
that
true.
makes me sad.
For those who don't know what I'm talking about, we're getting off on like a whole bunch of like completely unconnected topics. But here's the thing: is that apparently recently Steam decided they were going to stop accepting the Argentinian peso to pay for things in their online video game shop. So Julian, my friend who lives in Argentina, is unable to purchase things with his own actual country's money because Steam is like, I'm sorry, I just ain't gonna cover it anymore. We
Which
can't
so
accept
happens
this.
to be cheaper than the dollar conversion. Like, I pay less with my currency, which makes no sense, but I can't use my currency to buy the game.
Yes, and that
Which
made me
sucks.
upset when you were here. You're like, hey, look, I saved like $30 when I buy it with my money. I'm like,
Oh wait, no.
the hell?
That the day I was there playing with you, what was the game again?
oh, God bless. I don't know. It's a robot fighting game. It doesn't really matter.
It's a robot fighting game. I used my credit card and I was charged in pesos. So earlier this year, 2019, I was able to buy games with my currency.
You
But
were.
not anymore.
Not anymore. It's equal. Like you send them that coin, you send them that money. Neither one is going to be accepted. So,
or maybe someone will take it. I don't know.
someone will take
As a
your
gift.
coin, but they won't give you anything for it. So, long story short, a man was captured. He was arrested for removal of a fully functioning solid gold toilet. And yeah, so that actually took place. Someone from Britain, at least one person, probably more, stole a solid gold toilet, and it has been returned for the patrons to look at this solid gold toilet. So
The one you can actually. Sorry, I
you can
almost
also,
cussed.
you can actually take a pee or poop in. Yeah.
I hurt. My head hurts. I don't get it. I know it's art, but I still cannot get it. It just confuses the hell out of me.
I don't know why. I mean, why would that confuse you? It doesn't make any sense.
Who in their right mind will make a golden toilet?
Do not judge art, senor.
Art.
Yes,
Reason
art.
why.
Yes.
That's not a cheap one.
Brought to
Holy
you by
balls.
over a $1 million loan.
Oh,
So, yes. All right. So, we're going to get on to one more topic, at least one more. Let's see. One of the things we wanted to discuss this week was people in charge and how they constantly contradict themselves. Now, we realize that's a bit of a jump from, hey, solid gold toilets, here's golden or naked girl coins, which we will not link in any description. But just Google gold price per gram. That'll bring you to it. So people in charge, and this is one Julian wanted to bring up because apparently he was very frustrated with his boss and kind of wanted to vent a little bit. So Julian, tell us what happened this week that caused you to want to discuss this particular topic.
Not just this week. It happened. It keeps happening every single week ever since I moved clients. Long story short, I got to move to another client from my current employer. So one
For those that are wondering,
week,
he does IT work, so he moved from one client to another.
Yes. So basically, the first week was fine. The second week, everybody got called by the supervisor or our manager actually, and they started talking about things that we shouldn't do, thing that happened. Apparently, someone posted a picture from within the offices on Facebook, and it had one of the phone lines for the Brazilian IT support department,
Nice.
which was funny. Yes, I haven't found the picture, but that's what he said. So, he basically ranted about the facts, the thing we shouldn't do. We shouldn't talk too loud. We shouldn't use the emergency exit to exit normally. We shouldn't. We should keep our things clean and this and that. So, right after he finished, he takes the $1 he told us not to use right away.
Are you saying that this man said, don't do this, don't do that, don't you dare use those emergency exits for regular moving? All right, peace out, guys. I'm going to go through this emergency exit. Is that what he did?
Yeah, that's what he did. And the funny thing is, there is a security camera in front of it. Like, it is filmed.
So there's footage of this man being a giant hypocrite.
Yeah. Although the first time I got inside this office, I got through that one particular door, but I was not working for them at that point in time. But the manager or supervisor, whatever you want to call it, a guy in charge.
Let's say leadership.
Yes. Already contradicted himself, and I lost all credibility of him.
I mean, that's one mistake. Was there another mistake that kind of let's not use the word mistake. Was there anything else where he was like, hey, don't you dare do this? Why are you doing the thing that I just told you to do?
Oh yeah. So we gotta use another thing that he told us. We had this procedure on how to replace computers from users who so happen to damage or they need a computer change because whatever the reason is. So he told us explicitly and specifically to not, to give an example, do not give a computer without them giving us back the laptop charger or the hard drive, the backup driver, because we don't have, we're out of stock. We don't have any stock left.
Okay.
The next day, I listen to him saying, oh yeah, this new user comes by, given this, and this, and he's out of nowhere he decides to pull off a hard drive. He so happened to have in his drawer, I think. I don't know where he took it from, but he decided to scratch whatever he said the day before that, and said, do it now, do it quickly, and do it efficiently. Give this man a computer with with a hard drive and a special permission for a specific folder that normally that's not a thing we do unless, someone in charge asks for it.
So long story short, he said the day before, you're not allowed to do these things anymore. And then the next day he's like, I want you to do all the things. Does that basically sum it all up?
That's basically how it sum it up. Yep.
I got to be honest. It doesn't sound that bad. It just sounds like he's a boss who doesn't realize he's being a hypocrite.
But he's doing this at least once a week. At least.
Oh, once a week is like, oh.
Don't do this. I do this. Don't do it this way. Here, have it. Do it this way. And
is it getting on your last nerve once a week?
All of us.
All of you. All of your Argentinian friends and coworkers are like, I can't stand this guy who once a week contradicts himself.
Yeah.
Honestly, if he's only contradicting himself once a week, I gotta be honest, he's doing pretty well. He's doing pretty well. He's doing better than some people. Hell, I contradict myself daily and refuse to admit it. So
yeah. Well, he doesn't admit it either. So
yeah, but mine's a funny one. My wife calls me out on it, and I say stuff like, I didn't say that. Then she goes, you just said it. And I go, no, I didn't. I did not say that. And you know what the funny thing is? I actually got, speaking of people in charge, this is my version of this. Prepare for a rant incoming, because while Julian was calm and collected, and I'm about to go off hinge. Here's the problem. It's not really people in charge, like not a boss or anything like that. I've got something far worse, far more permeating on my real life and who I am as a person. It's my father. My father, love my dad to death. He's a fantastic person. I think he's an excellent role model. Except when it comes to this one thing. My father has been known, and I am so happy that like 2 years ago, I had someone finally witness it firsthand over multiple accounts. Okay. To give you an idea, my one of my best friends, Hack My Computer. He may one day actually join us on here, but essentially he witnessed my father saying things like, "All right," and we were backstory real quick. We were building a deck behind my house on the like coming off the back end of my house. We were building a deck there, mostly because my then girlfriend was going to move in. And I was kind of building a thing for the dog so the dog couldn't run away. Anyway, so I'm trying to collect my thoughts and clear my throat at the same time. Turns out I can't do those. So my father, God bless him, love him to death. Here's what he does. My dad is really good with like carpentry and woodwork and like building stuff. My dad's really good at that stuff. He's good with tools. So I ask him, "Hey, Dad, do you mind helping me?" "Yeah, son, I'll help you." "Fantastic. All right, son, I need you to do this. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to start building this up. I need you to screw these in here this way." And I go, "Exactly this way?" He said, "Yes, I need you to screw them in exactly that way." Okay. I start doing it. I do it as he instructs me. He comes by and goes, "Why are you doing it this way? Why aren't you doing it the way I told you to?" "I am doing it the way you told." No, you're supposed to do it like this." "What are you talking about?" This is a common theme with my father. He will tell me how, like if I ask him for help. Lately, it's been a much more, let me ask you for help thing. When I was a kid, it was, "Son, what are you doing? You're making a mistake. Hold on. Let me show you how to do that." And then he shows me how to do it. And then I try to do it his way and struggle, but I keep doing it his way because it's my dad. And he comes back and goes, "What are you doing? This is the work." "No. Do it this way," and proceeds to show me how to do it how I was doing it before. He shows me.
Oh, wow.
He's like, "Oh, no, this is a great idea." And then he comes back, and I don't know if in his head he realizes he's screwing with me or if he, like, is this a conscious thing or is he going away and coming back and totally forgetting that he just told me how to do it and I'm following his instructions.
And getting called out for that. But
the best part of him coming by and helping me build the deck. First of all, the deck is, you could park like 2 trucks on that thing vertically. That thing is not moving. It's solid as a hell. But more importantly than that, this thing, dude, it's fantastic. But my friend Hack was there and witnessed it. He watched it and he was there assisting me. He was there. He witnessed all of it. But for the first time in my life, I was able to look at another human being when this occurred. And I went, "Are you hearing this? Are you seeing what I'm dealing with?" And he just goes, "Yeah, that's messed up." I have validation. Wow. Someone heard it. Someone heard the craziness that my father is spewing from his mouth hole. The words are flowing out and going, "Why are you doing A? I told you to do B." And then I start doing B and goes, "Why are you doing B? I told you to do A. I will stab you. I will stab you in frustration." Not
with a Lego knife?
With a Lego knife, man. You gotta go hard with those Lego knives. They don't want to break the skin. God. Legos don't break the skin very often. They can, but they mostly just hurt like hell. My big thing with people in charge and their constant contradictions. I'm coming down from my rant a little bit. I'm trying to catch my breath. That's mine. My father was my example of the one in charge who would just contradict himself. And to this day, I don't know, and he won't tell me if he did it on purpose or if it was accidental. I want to believe it was accidental, but every once in a while he gives me a knowing wink when I bring it up. And I think he's screwing with me still. So that means my father's been running a long con joke on me since I was 6. I'm 35 years old. This man has been like telling me like, "Son, why are you doing it that way? You don't need to do it that way. Try this." And then comes back like 10 minutes later and goes, "Oh, you're making all kinds of mess. Why are you doing it that way?" What are you talking about? Well, that's we got to undo that. We got to go. We might have to buy more wood. I will hurt you. I'm on a budget.
I will hurt you. That's the threat. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, that's my father. That's my father right there. Love him to death. Fantastic guy. Has taught me a lot of things in my life. And quite frankly, ironically, I know a lot of ways on how not to do stuff because of my father. I don't remember how to do it right, but I remember how not to do it. Mostly because that's when the emotional snap takes place. And I don't remember what happens after that. Throw my stuff on the ground like I'm going inside. Like I can't handle you right now. I need like 15 minutes alone watching Netflix, laughing at something that doesn't feel like my soul is dying. So we're gonna go from there. All right. So since enough with my rant, enough with the people in charge rant. All right. So since we're both gamers, we're going to discuss a couple of things real quick. That we're going to do a quick rapid fire on a couple of brief topics that talk about some video game industry stuff, a little bit of a palate cleanser before we go into our opinionated piece at the end. So I know a lot of people out there enjoy the Switch. I know a lot of people do. You enjoy yours, don't you, Julian?
I do.
Yes,
it is fantastic.
We discussed it on the last podcast, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of people enjoy the Switch. A lot of people enjoy the Switch. I personally greatly enjoy it. It was a surprise, the quality that you got out of it. It genuinely surprised me. Now, here's the problem, though, is that there's a bit of a lawsuit out there.
What?
A bit of a lawsuit. There's a Joy-Con drift lawsuit adds Switch Lite to class action complaint. Players are alleging defects after only 20 hours of use. Meaning the Switch Lite is breaking down and having like difficulties performing after only 20 hours of use. Now, here's the thing. The Switch Lite recently came out. It's a cheaper version of the Switch. I'm actually not sure what functions it lacks compared to the full version, but I do know it's a cheaper version. So
the only thing I know is that the dock doesn't come with it, and you cannot hook it to a TV. That's all about it.
So it's just the portable version?
It is a portable.
How do you charge this thing then?
USB Type C. It comes with the same adapter for the original Switch.
All right. Okay, so the Joy-Con drift lawsuit brought against Nintendo has added the Nintendo Switch Lite, barely a week old, to its claims that defective design ruined the thumbsticks for the consoles. The lawsuit now includes allegations called from social media, YouTube, and Reddit that says the thumbsticks on the Switch Lite are drifting after 20 hours of play. The suit, originally filed in federal court in July, seeks class action status. Now, so drifting basically means that it drifting on a joystick or thumbstick specifically basically refers to if you're not touching anything, it slowly moves. Like if it's on a camera, let's say the thumbstick is holding and moves the camera.
It goes loose.
It'll slowly start to rotate the camera. That's the kind of drifting they're talking about. Just to be clear on that. One quote says, I beat Link's Awakening over the weekend on my original Switch Lite system. I had only put in about 20 hours on it, and it started to slowly Joy-Con drift. So that's what it basically, yeah. So everything started to rotate on him. Why is this happening earlier than on the original Switch? I have no idea. I can't believe it. My Nintendo Switch Lite is already drifting. I was playing Breath of the Wild, and the camera kept moving without touching the analog stick. I tried to calibrate and update the controllers, but it was still the same. So the equipment appears to be cheap, and it is causing problems. And Nintendo is facing a lawsuit, a class action lawsuit, about basically, bad equipment. So let's see.
Well,
go ahead.
Jesus. I mean, to be fair, this is not the first time Nintendo ever faces a problem with the Switch. Like, I remember the first releases of the Switch that I think it was the left Joy-Con was having sync issues. And
really?
they had to upgrade the firmware, and it would sometimes do it, and sometimes it would just go fine. So this is not the first time the Nintendo Switch has an issue this bad on day one.
Well, to be fair, a lot of consoles have a lot of issues on day one, and I wish they would just do a little bit more testing.
Now, the problem with the Nintendo Switch Lite is that you cannot detach the Joy-Cons. They are they're built
They're
into
firm
the
in there?
console.
You mean you can't
Yeah.
like play multiplayer games and like pull one out and play it like that?
No, you gotta bring your own controller. Yay!
Wow. The
Not to
Switch
mention,
Lite
why would
sounds
you
like
want to play it?
ass. Why would
Not
you
to mention,
buy
why
that?
would you want to play? Because it's cheaper and
Yeah, if you have no
local
friends, it's perfectly fine.
yeah.
But if you want to play it on a TV or play with friends or have a docking
you cannot
station,
do that. Nope. That's not a thing on the Switch. Even if you put it on the dock of a regular Switch, it won't do it. It won't change the view. Not to mention, I also remember seeing someone complain about the fact they needed to calibrate the controller by detaching the controller on the Switch Lite.
but they don't come detached.
That's the thing. I saw that happening. I mean, not live, but I saw an article. Well, not an article. A picture on Twitter saying they needed to detach the controls, the Joy-Cons, off the Switch Lite. Nintendo, what the heck? You had one job.
You had one job. That's actually.
You got one job. You had to make it good.
I am incredibly. I'm at a loss for
Baffled?
words, and that does not take place very often. That does not take place very often. Oh man!
No.
All right, so
Hopefully they learn from their mistakes. Hopefully they learn from their
Nintendo
mistakes.
prints money; they're gonna be fine. I don't see them really adjusting too much. All right, so we're gonna get into something that hopefully some of our listeners actually enjoy. Some games like FIFA, NBA, 2K,
Sport
this, that,
games.
or the other, Madden, some other things. It was brought up by my co-host Julian about things like these games year after year. Typically, and these are yearly release games. They're typically barely improve anything. Typically, it's something a little bit more like the graphics at this point don't really go up much. So,
even though they say they improve so many things from each release.
there may be some things. There may be some, user interface things.
Minor.
But it's going to be all minor. Let's be perfectly honest. It's probably not worth the $60 price tag that they're going to charge you. And so basically what we're going to discuss real quick, we're going to bring it down to a more somber tone real quick. We're going to talk about the games like FIFA, NBA 2K, the Madden series, how they don't really update anything, but they continue
Especially
to charge
FIFA.
the $60 every year to stupid, witless Americans who, oh, hey, I need Madden 2020. Do you really? Do you need an updated roster? Really? So,
Madden 2010 is not worth it anymore. I need the newest one.
well, okay, look, you're talking about 9 years difference.
Oh, yeah.
I think that might be
But
a bad
still.
example of the point you're trying to make. But
Sorry, I meant to say 18, not 10.
18,
Might
yeah.
be.
No, you said 10, brother.
I know. I just realized.
So
A little late there.
little late. But the point is that, yes, no, the gaming industry often takes advantage of sports enthusiasts who want to play, the FIFA games. Apparently your brother's a big fan of FIFA.
He plays all the FIFAs. He buys all the FIFAs that are released every year. Except for 20. He hasn't bought 20 yet. 2020.
Yeah, we
Which
understood,
should
yes.
be out by this time.
I don't
Let
know.
me
I don't
check.
keep up on that stuff. My bigger point. So apparently I found this out a couple of weeks ago and you brought this up and it was very interesting. Apparently those across the pond in England, this is what I'm being told anyway. I have not fact checked this because that would require work and I'm not doing that. Apparently they get DLC for the updates. Supposedly.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
They get DLC updates. They don't pay full price. They pay a short amount, a much smaller amount to get the updates, and they get like an extended roster. They keep the original game, and like it updates to like the newest version, but it's all just DLC instead of the full price. And I want that to happen for the Americans, but I don't see it happening because I see people who are like, yeah, I'll buy NBA 2K, I'll buy the Madden, yeah, I'll do that. Why? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Because let's be honest, the content is literally DLC. It's not even worthy of its own game. It's barely worth a $10 price tag for the updates. But we're paying $60.
Same game.
Yeah, same game. Of course, we are two individuals who don't play these games, so take all of this with a grain of salt. Yeah,
I'm just looking at it. I'm just looking at it as a gamer, not as a sport.
As from a gamer standpoint, we're being ripped off, 100%. We're being ripped off from a gaming standpoint. It should just be DLC. Why is it not DLC at this point? I mean, every other game has DLC. Breath of the Wild on the Switch has DLC. A Zelda game has DLC. Every game has DLC when Zelda has DLC.
Actually, I didn't realize Zelda has a deal. Well, I mean, I don't recall any other Zelda game with DLC.
There's not any other.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, would you look at that? When Zelda finally breaks the mold and decides to get DLC. Yeah. So there's that. But yeah, no, we can do DLC for all that stuff. We can make it so much easier, so much cheaper, and so much more readily available without having to physically produce actual, hard copies. But no, they want to continue to make hard copies.
I would pay a monthly subscription to be able to play this game. I mean, not me, my brother. But I would see that as a better option than buying the same game with different layout, different roster, or updated roster. Actually, the FIFA games, they get daily updates depending on how the actual football players
Did you say daily?
Throughout the. Yeah, it gets it gets the stat. Sorry, they get the data updates every day.
For
depending
what?
on how for stats on players, and depending if it is there's a World Cup or something related, until they decide to finish the updates with a new release. So the game does get updates every now and then in player stats, player information, and let's say a player gets moves to another team, and that gets updated in the game too.
So basically, they can do this. They're already kind of doing it. Yeah, this is the kind of thing you could charge DLC for, or a monthly subscription to keep everything up to date. Or, you could easily do that and people would be happier. Probably more people would buy and be a part of it for longer. This is outrageous.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Now, my only theory that why they don't do this is because at least on FIFA is that they named the game after a year, so they have to keep up with the title of the game until that year finishes.
Yeah, but you could come out with like FIFA Ultra and just constantly updating it.
Okay, we're talking about EA and Konami.
Yeah, okay, we're talking about EA. I get you. But, I mean, that's still not the point. The point is it's possible, and it's probably a lot more, friendly for everyone around. It's probably less costly for EA. It's probably less costly for everybody else.
Yeah,
it's a good idea, and they're not going to do it. I don't know.
I'm just lost for words on this.
Yeah, so am I, especially when you were like, yeah, they update it daily. I was like, what the hell? So
only on player stats and information. That's basically it. It's not that they upgrade unless there's a bug that they find, they patch it. But
la-di-da, good for them. Give them a cookie for doing the stuff they're supposed to.
Yay! They fix things
the thing
every now and then. Yeah. But yeah, no, I find the idea very stupid, and I wish them to stop or change it, please. My mom. No, my brother doesn't have that much money to buy games yearly. Come on.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the problem with your brother, and I'm gonna go on a slight tirade with this. I've got a bit of a grudge against his brother. I've never met the man, never met this man, because of course his brother lives in Argentina. He doesn't like English. Doesn't care for English. Doesn't like the English. So if I try to call Julian like on Discord or something, like, hey man, what's going on? You wanna record something? You wanna play a game or something? He goes, oh, I can't. My brother's here. Oh, okay. So the languagist, I don't know if that's a word. The guy who hates English is there. So my bilingual friend can't speak English in front of him because it'll send him into a rage or something. I don't know what goes on. Your brother seems like a nice person, but it turns out he's a giant. I'm not going to say the word I almost did, but
well, if my brother, I cannot really say much. I live
you
throughout
can't.
the.
I will for you. So
Oh yeah, please do.
Please do. So yeah, no. Who discriminates based on the language you speak? Never mind. I take that back. I know exactly who discriminates. Racists. Racists discriminate based on the language you speak. Your brother is a racist. He is a very white-looking Argentinian who discriminates against white English speakers and black English speakers and English speakers in general, really.
And oh my God.
Yes, your brother's basically he's a racist, but not against any one particular race. Yeah, so yeah, I'm accusing your brother of a little bit of the racisms, and it's not because I'm white; it's because I speak English. I'll make that clear. Okay. Yeah, no, but no, you can't even play games or just like hang out and do stuff. Oh, sorry, my brother's here. Tell him to leave. Tell him to get over his fears. English is not going to come up and like steal your girlfriend. Calm down. It's fine. Maybe if he learned to speak English, he would realize that we're all actually just stupid and we're not talking bad about him. That's a thing. So
yeah, that's actually true.
Yes,
that's actually a good point.
Yeah, maybe if he, you know, like here's the thing. I'm almost to the point where I'm willing to learn enough of your Argentinian Spanish to cuss him out because I'm tired of it. Tired of it. I'm gonna say my piece. I'm gonna end it with El Gato en los Pantalones. And then I drop the mic and I leave. For those that don't know, that's a phrase I've used on my stream a number of times. It basically just means I have a cat in my pants.
That is true.
It does mean that. In fact, Julian gave me a T-shirt when he came to America that actually says El Gato en los Pantalones. And I love that shirt, and I need to lose weight again to be able to fit in that damn thing. But it's a fantastic
really?
shirt. I got fat, okay?
Doesn't it fit anymore? Man.
The phrase "I got fat" I think should encapsulate all of that. I got fat. My wife cooks delicious foods, and
I can attest to that too. She cooks delicious food. Man.
Yeah, but you don't live with her. You don't live with her. That's a constant fight. Last night,
hey, I've been there for a week. I know how well she cooks.
You don't know.
She's amazing.
No, you really don't. You really don't. You barely touched the tip of the iceberg, man.
I got the broccoli casserole. That was fantastic. I don't even like broccoli.
I'm hungry. I'm on a diet. Stop. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I break my microphone out of food frustration, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. We hope each and every one of you have had a good time, and we hope to catch you again next time. Thank you so much for being with us. This has been the Right Amount of Rant podcast. Goodbye.